Anglo Saxon baby names for girls. First one that we have here is Edith. Edith is a name that I've chosen as an example because it's already a common name in modern English, but it's not super common, but I feel it could be more common if people understood what it means. So Edith is from the Old English name Adith, and Adith, or Adguth, means prosperity battle. Now, this is pretty weird when you just say both of those words, to somebody in a modern context. You say, your name means prosperity battle. Nobody has any concept for what that means today. But in the time that Old English was spoken, especially in the earlier period, what you had in southeastern Britain was a collection of various Anglo-Saxon kingdoms or lordships or petty kingdoms that were often at war with each other to secure what is called tribute from one another. So essentially, you would go to war with your neighbor, and if you won the war, then instead of conquering your neighbor, because you don't really have the resources at your disposal to go in and make a full conquest of your neighbor, what you do instead is you say, hey, we'll end this war, this bloodshed, but every turn, every season, or every year, you have to give me a certain number of cattle, a certain amount of grain, a certain number of goods, and so on and so forth. And that is called securing tribute. And this was the way that warfare worked among broadly Germanic peoples back and back and back into like the Iron Age. And this was still the way that it worked among Anglo-Saxons. And so the idea of a prosperity battle is the kind of battle that you win that secures prosperity, happiness, your property for you and your people. So Edith would have actually been a really significant name for Anglo-Saxons. So anyway, this is to show that a name like Adith survives, but a name like Leoflad does not. And Leoflad means beloved beauty. Imagine naming your daughter Beloved Beauty. I mean, that's just a beautiful name, and nobody names their daughter that anymore, and they should. And here's a couple more. Elfswith, this means elf strength. Elflad, that means elf beauty. Elfgiva, that means elf gift. The Old English versions of these names would be more like Alfswith, Alflad, Alfgiva. But we can remodernize those so that they sound and feel like modern English names, but they are not within the wheelhouse of available names yet. We are reviving these names in some sense. Or how about Emma? That's an Anglo-Saxon name. Well, it's not an Anglo-Saxon name, but it is a name that an Anglo-Saxon woman had. Or Abbe, which could just be like Abbe. I don't know, follow for more, I'll do more.